I had it on mute. I can see your screen, but it appears to have frozen.
Okay, let me see.
There it goes. There it goes.
There
Now
we
I
go.
see it.
All right, sorry about that, everyone. So the
Oh, and
career.
one thing I should mention too, she's going to go over the overview, and please save your questions till the end. She'll either unmute you, or you can actually raise your hand within the GoToMeeting, or you can type in your question as well. So make sure everybody knows that. Thank you.
Definitely. So like I said, this is the Career Center landing page where you will come to view the actual Career Center. Multiple entry points, different options that are available on the home page, whether you're a job seeker or an employer. You want to post a job, find a job. We do have a featured set of jobs that will be directly on the Career Center homepage that you can choose to, go directly to those specific jobs without going through a different area. You will need to be logged in to the actual Career Center for most of the functionality, and that's one of the benefits of becoming a member. So if you're a job seeker, you would come into the My Account screen, and you'll notice it goes right back over to the SHPE login access. You'll log in with your existing email address and password that you used today. All of that information has been carried over for you. When you come into your My Account page, there's several different areas that you would have within the Career Center. Until you set up your account, obviously this information is pretty much going to be blank for you, but I'll go over the different features that you have the ability to access once you're logged into the Career Center. To search for a position, you can go to the job search page directly on the Career Center. You have the option to choose by a particular job function that you're looking for, a specific industry that you want to search for, as well as by the state, the location that you're looking for. You can also enter in a keyword, and you have the ability to search all states, or you can choose a specific state and then just hit search without choosing the sidebar functions. And then any job that comes up with the engineering title within the body or the title of the actual job will be posted for you to view. To review the jobs, you'll just click on the actual title of the job. And any information that the employer or sponsor would have included for the open position will be on this page. Each one will look a bit different based upon what their requirements were. So you'll get the full job description, the required skills, their desired skills, any information that they give you that they want you to have. The job information, it'll give you, job type, the area that it's practiced in, what date the job was posted, and if there's any other requirements on the site. You have the ability, when you find a job that you like, you can either apply now directly to the application, wherever that's coming from. So if it comes from an external, it'll take you automatically to a separate window. Some of the jobs you will apply internally by uploading your resume directly through the Career Center. And that's all based upon what the criteria is for that employer. You have the ability to save this job. So if you want to come back and review the job later, you would just click save and the job will automatically save and it goes into your My Account, and I'll show you where that job gets saved from. You also have the ability to share via Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, and it'll go directly to your accounts that you have. So if I want to go back and I want to look at that saved job, I would just come into My Account, and then I'll scroll down, and under My Saved Jobs, you'll see the job that I just created. You have the option to apply for it directly here or delete the job. If I want to choose a different job search, we'll just do completely CAD this time. And you'll notice that CAD is going to be in the title. It gives you a list of how many jobs have CAD for the title. And I want to save this job search. That way I can just come in and directly search for CAD at any given time. I save the search itself. You have the ability to change the name so you know what you were searching for. And then again, that goes directly back to your My Account page. And it's located under your My Saved Searches. And anytime you want to run these saved searches again, you can just click the highlight and it'll automatically populate the fields for you. Given that we have multiple job functions and industries for you to choose from, you also have the ability to create what we call a job alert. So if you don't want to come to the Career Center each and every day and look for the new jobs that are on the Career Center, you can create a job alert by clicking on the alert and choose the exact filters that you want based on country, state, the industry, or the function, and then you can name it. You can set an expiration date, so you'll only be notified up to 30 days or 1 year, however you want to set your expiration. You can receive these alerts daily, or you can receive them weekly, and you'll get an email notification for these job alerts each time based upon the frequency and the expiration date that you choose. And these will only be new jobs that you have chosen within your filters. So only jobs that are chemical education located in Alberta or whatever state and whatever country you choose. You create the job alert, and then you'll notice it goes back into your My Account under your job alerts section. You can update it at any time, stop it, or delete it. And then they'll automatically remove, and you'll no longer receive those job alerts until you set up a new one. Also under your My Account section, your messages. So when you first log into the Career Center, you will have a welcome message. But any message from an employer or a recruiter who has reviewed your resume and wants to make contact with you about a position they have open, those messages will also be here as well. And you can keep them. They can stay in here as long as you're a member of the association or you have a Career Center record, or you can delete them as they come in. Sometimes they can get full. If you have applied for a position such as the one that I just kind of showed you, the apply button, and it's directly into the Career Center, it will fall into your My Job applications. So you'll know exactly what the position of the job was that you applied for, the company that you applied for, and the date that you applied for it. For this one, the job is no longer active, of course, because that was from March of last year. But if you were to click on that job title and the job was still available, the information would populate. The Manage Resumes is going to allow you to come in and either upload a resume or create a resume manually. And also, you have the ability to import or create your resume from LinkedIn. Because we're not live on the SHPE site right now, the LinkedIn feature is not integrated, but this is what it would look like. So a little bit of a different layout based on this one. You'll have upload resume, build new resume, and right below it, you will have import LinkedIn. So it's just a little import LinkedIn file. Now LinkedIn doesn't have the same fields that the SHPE site does, so when you import the resume after you've signed in from LinkedIn, you will need to go back into your edit resume in order to update those resume settings that need to be updated. So if I wanted to upload a resume file, obviously I would upload it from my computer. I would choose the file and then upload resume. The resume goes directly into your account, into an edit settings. And you'll notice that after uploading, the document is automatically going to pre-populate the fields if you have those fields filled in for your resume. Otherwise, you can go through and you can choose which options that have not been filled in and the ones that are required. So anything with an asterisk is going to be a required answer. You can include your work history, your education, whether you have military service, details about your current position, your career level, the education, the most recent industry, and then for all members, you can also choose that you have chosen or that you have attended the SHPE conference. By selecting the SHPE conference attendee, it will append a logo next to your resume, so it makes it stand out, and the employers will know that you're going to be at the conference, and they could schedule some time to speak with you. On the resume creation and the resume upload, you will also have the option to choose what region you are from based upon if you're a student or if you're from a professional organization. So you want to definitely make sure that you choose that. Your preferences of your employment type, whether you're willing to relocate, and your relocation preference. If there's additional information that you would like to show or give different skills and certifications that are not listed, you can include those manually here. And then you'll see that by uploading the Word document, everything is already pre-formatted exactly the way I had it in the Word document. And this is how employers will view the resume. All of the personal content, name, phone number, email address, personal address, physical address, all of that information is concealed and it is hidden until approval to have that information revealed to those job seekers or to those employers. If you want to come in and create this resume, but you don't want to make it searchable by employers or recruiters, and you don't want it public, you just want it there for use at a later date, you can choose not to have it published. If you want it published and you're ready for users to view it, you would click the button and choose Save My Resume. Once you save the resume goes into what's called a public resume file. So it lets you know which resumes you've uploaded that are public and viewable by employers, and then which resumes are private. So you can come in and you can create multiple resumes based upon your given desire to apply for positions. So if you want to search for only construction focused, you could create a construction resume. If you want it, specific to engineering or CAD, you have those options to create multiples, and you can publish them, email them, or link them at any time. If you started building a resume and you did not complete the process, you walked away from the computer, you got a phone call, after 30 minutes it will time out, but all of the work that you've completed within that time will automatically save and it will come into your incomplete resume section. If you want to view what the resume looks like on your end, you can come in and you can view. And you'll notice that the format is still within the Word document outlines. And just to give you an idea of what it looks like from an employer and recruiter perspective, you'll notice the resume that I've uploaded. I chose that I was a SHPE conference attendee. It's going to have the SHPE conference attendee hover when they hover over that logo icon. And if they want more information about the conference, they would just click on the actual logo and it's going to take them directly to the SHPE conference. Now that's pretty much everything with the Manage Resumes and the Job Alerts, the Job Search, the My Account Overview. Now we'll go into resources. We have a lot of resources that are available for the job seekers within the Career Resources tab. If I would like to get information about how do I respond to specific questions if I go in for an interview, all I have to do is come in. I can ask an expert at any given time. There's a little bit of information on each one of the experts, There's also previously asked questions. If you have asked them, they will still remain in your account with any answers. You type in the question, choose who you want to send it to, or choose the first available and submit the question. And typically within 1 business day, the information will be returned. As you can see here, we let the user know that give it 1 day. If I'm looking for career coaching advice, if I'm looking for resume development, I don't have a resume and I want someone to help me build a resume. If I'm wanting to know about salary negotiation, pretty much any information that you could ask a career coach, you can ask any of our career coaches. You have the ability as a SHPE member to schedule a session with any of the career coaches. Some of them give you direct links to their websites, direct telephone numbers to call them, and then others give you a little bit of an idea of what they have done and what they can help you with. You'll click on the contact information and it automatically will email that career coach. You just enter in the information or the questions that you have, and each one of the career coaches will schedule a time to go over any of the questions and the concerns that you have. Most of it is handled via email, but if for some reason there was a phone call that was needed to go further into a deeper conversation, the career coaches would reach out and let you know that they feel that a phone call is necessary. So again, the career coaches all have their individual information. You can click on them to find out, exactly who they are, what they do, and what they focus on. The content library is a plethora of information for any job seeker. So whether it be that, we're wanting information on careers or specific companies that I'm looking for, information and relocation. Anything that a job seeker typically would search Google for is going to be found within the Career Center Resources tab. They are external content, so by clicking on the link, it's going to take you over to the external content. So if I just wanted to see about, a salary survey, I could run over to salary.com. But everything is housed within the Career Center, so I don't have to go to an external point to view that information. We do have a couple of updates that's going to be coming to this resource section within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So some of the content is going to change out with newer updated content and newer information from new websites, new resources that we have available to us now. The help section, so if I am looking for any type of information, I want to know how to upload my resume. I want to know what's acceptable forms of a resume. What's my resume used for? Is it kept private? What is a contact request? All of the frequently asked questions are in this section. If I was to have a question that I do not know the answer to, or I cannot locate the answer to within the frequently asked questions section, users can email us, or they can actually open up a support ticket directly on the Career Center. Given the time of day, they're typically answered between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If a support ticket is opened up at Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, it's not going to be answered until Monday morning. It does say that up here in the top under the questions for when the contact information is to allow 24 hours. We do have the privacy statement. If they want to read the privacy statement of the site, it lets them know that we are certified with compliance by Safe Harbor. If they feel that there's any sort of compliance or any information that's been used outside, we do have email addresses through various areas of the terms and conditions. And then if they want to reach out to our privacy compliance department, they can reach them directly via email or by mail. And within any part of the Career Center, there is a Career Center homepage to where the user can go back to the homepage. And again, the information for Find a Job, Create a Job Alert, they're all going to link to the same sections that I just showed you within the Career Center module itself. And our phone number and email customer support is on the bottom of the page. So there's multiple areas in which a user could contact us if they felt like they needed to contact us. All right, and I'm just going to unmute everyone from the call. That way you can raise your questions. I don't see anything in the chat window.
Hi, Christina. This is Valerie.
Hi.
Are you able to review the internship board?
Yes, I can pull the internship board up. There are a couple of changes that we still need to do to the internship board. If you're wanting to, apply for an internship or post an internship position, it's essentially the exact same thing as the Career Center. We will be making updates so that the images are more distinct, so you know if you're on the Career Center or if you are on the intern board. But you'll notice really the only thing that's different is post an internship versus post a job, find an internship, view all internships. So it's really essentially just a word change, but the functionality and the layout is going to be exactly the same. So the user, regardless of whether you're on the Career Center or if you're on the intern board, will not get confused. They know that you're using the site exactly the same as the other one.
Thank you.
Sure. So we'll just go ahead and open it up for any questions that you might have. Well, I guess silence is golden, and maybe I was able to explain myself efficiently. All right, we're getting a little bit of background noise. Andrew, Valerie, anything that you wanted to add?
Okay.
No, I think you covered everything we needed to cover. And it seems that since we have no more questions, I feel like any other board members and regional leadership feel like you've covered most of it.
Oh, hang on. I do have questions that just came in, so 1 second.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I think we've got a little bit of feedback on someone's line.
Yeah, if you guys can hear me, I have a question. So I guess I'm just trying to understand what the next steps are here. So this is going to be sent out to membership, and it's going to go live at some point, and we are to support people with questions, or do we send people to you guys with questions? I guess I just need a little bit more information as to what the next step is here. Well, the next steps for us is we're trying to go through this so you kind of familiarize yourself with the system. Should you get any questions, you'll be able to respond to those questions or emails without having to delay the response, and then they have to come to us, which is fine. If you're not able to answer the question, then they can go ahead and send an email to helpdesk@ship.org, and then we will go ahead and respond to those individuals. We will be launching, our next demo will be Thursday at 3 o'clock for our membership. So we'll be reviewing and going through this process with them as well. So educating them and also posting the recording on our website. So they'll be able to, if they have any questions, they can go ahead and refer back to the recording. We will go live Monday, August 24th. We're shooting for early morning to go live. And an email will be sent out to all our membership, and at that point we will go ahead and send out additional information and details regarding our resume campaign and what we're looking for. What our main thing is to get all of our members, all of our student members, to upload or create their resume on the resume builder as soon as possible.
Okay, is this going to be tied to registration to the conference?
There's no question on the, it's not linked to registration at this time. So they will have to go in. When I am working with the CRI group, which is our registration partner, we are working to see if we can have the resume flagged somehow to indicate who has submitted a resume and who hasn't. But we do have reports that are generated from JobTarget that we will be able to export to see by region, by chapter, who has submitted a resume. So
okay.
we'll be able to have reports on that end, but it's not tied to registration as of yet.
Okay, I was only asking because in the past, if they don't submit their resume, I think they're not allowed to register or something.
No, what it is that it was flagged on one ship as either yes or no. And then we would have to go back and hound them, not hound them, but go back and email them or contact them and let them know that this is one of the requirements. So that way they do submit one.
Okay. What about, now the job postings, is it all student-based? Do we have plans to include postings for professionals? I mean.
Well, it's going to be open to all our sponsors and anyone else that wants to post. So we have an internship board that they'll be able to be post. We're working on also adding research opportunities, and then we will have, if our sponsors will be posting any professional positions as well.
Okay, so we really just want to make sure that all of our members, students and professionals, update their information on this, right?
Right.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Are there any other questions?
Yes, I have a question regarding. You said sponsors. Do you mean SHPE conference sponsor? Do you mean strictly IPCs?
I'm sorry. It will be both. Both
yeah,
IPC and sponsors.
IPC pay their dues and they get the year-round access to Career Center. Sponsors for conference pay as they want, 3 months ahead of time, 6 months.
Yeah, they get a limit. It's a limited time frame that they are sold with their packages.
But all will have access, just depending on what package they purchase. There's also allowing the Career Center, like I said, allows for just a couple of posts. If they just want to post 2 jobs, they can do that, as small as that, or they can go up higher, of course.
And just so you know, unfortunately, we weren't able to export our resumes from our former program. So we're starting on a new, fresh database that has no resumes at this point. We are working with Daxco, which is our former resume database company, and we are going to also we're going to be sending a link out to our sponsors, to both the SHPE conference and our regular IPCs and non-IPCs, letting them know that they will have access to the new system as well as an archive link to be able to access any resumes that have been posted up until the last couple years.
I think Beatriz has sent the board as well access to the marketing plan we're putting in place. We're going to be e-blasting them. We're working the works of an incentive, a few incentives programs to get people in the mix again, like we did last year with raffling off prizes for who can get in the resume before September 30th and so forth. And we're working on that right now. And of course, the board is going to be privy to all that information soon.
Yeah.
But we're really going to push really hard to get people into this new Career Center, uploading the resumes. We did reports with Daxco, our last vendor, and also John Goodrich, who helped to manage it. He says our biggest push is always the end of August up till mid-October or end of October is where everybody, he would say most people, are uploading their resumes. Throughout the year, he'll see some 500, 1,000 uploads, but during conference time, you could see upwards towards like 2,000 or 3,000 people uploading their resume that are getting ready for conference. And we're going to try to even sweeten the deal more, like I said, incentives, e-blast, the easiness of this new functionality for this new thing. If you didn't notice, too, this is a single sign-on process. So if you're logged on to SHPE Connect, all you hit is the button that says Career Center, and you're logged in right into the Career Center. No need to put your username, password again. It's very integrated together. it's going to be a lot easier to use.
Right. The only catch is they have to be active members.
Yes.
So they must be paid SHPE members in order to take advantage of this benefit.
Right. Now I want to make sure that I'm fully understanding this and I'm not getting confused. Is that if you're a conference sponsor in any way or form, then you will have some form of access to the resume database. Is that right, or am I interpreting that wrong?
Okay, that would be. Let me go ahead and ask our sales team, because from what we're